Hello everyone. Aston area, Aston, Georgia, USA. This is Ram Giberson Gardening and Ram Giberson Channel. For เพื่อนๆที่เมืองไทยสวัสดีทุกคนค่ะสวัสดีเพื่อนๆและญาติพี่น้องสวัสดีคุณน้อยด้วยค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ Today it is speaking this today I've been talking about a lot about the focal point and also about how the garden connects with each other. Today I'm gonna focus just on that. I'm gonna point out the plant a little bit, but it's almost not gonna be any detail on plant at all. You're gonna see the beautiful plant, beautiful flower, but take it as it is for today, and then in the future I would come back again. If you wanna know, you see something in the camera, you wanna know the detail, you wanna know what is that plant with something. If you can explain that, I will come back and try to get some detail and then comments back to you. And because I really appreciate you try to help the channel, and I appreciate that you're helping us. Thank you. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about the focal point and the connection between the garden, because I built this huge garden based on one section at a time, like I've been saying that. And of course, I have a lot of help. You know, my husband, it's since he graduated, done, I don't have to work anymore. I retired, and I commit my life, that part of my life, to build this garden. And because another main purpose is my childhood dream. I always dream of having the beautiful garden. And another thing is I want to share it with the people who for some reason don't have this beautiful garden, and I really want to share that. That is my purpose of I'm doing YouTube. And thank you so much. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about one section at a time. I'm not gonna do all the garden. I'm gonna take you to some point. I have to stop and I have to come back up and then explain it to you later. But I'm gonna point out some beautiful plants too, but I may not name them so you can see. The part that I'm stepping down right now is the parts right next to the house. We didn't do this part until the home renovation is done, because while we were doing that, this garden was being built. Believe it or not, we do. My husband worked full time, and I do the renovation partially done. But the house is not renovated. When we decided we're gonna stay in this home, now we went right away to go ahead and renovate the house. So in my mind, I wanted to build the house and the garden together so I can see how it can flow within the gardening. I've been talking about a lot, and I have more detail too, by the way, to share with you how I visual that. It's a lot of more detail that I can share with you. But today, and that was my goal. That's why I built the garden and the home renovation toward the end of building the garden. I renovated home to kind of let everything kind of combine and flow together. I'm going to talk about the floating and focal point and the connection. Okay, now go back to the connection. I'm sorry, I have to talk a little fast. There's a lot of information to pack it in there. The place that I stepped down when this part that you see here was grass then. When we done, we just created this about 3 years ago. I'll tell you later in a different story why, but today I'm gonna focus on that, on connecting. So we built the house, we finished, and then we renovate, connected to the garden. As you see the pond, this part I didn't really connect it like this, believe it or not, until less than 5 years ago. So It connected right there. It connected. It connected right here. We built that part. Then we tried to figure out how I'm gonna connect this part to this portion. So we decided to later create this step down. And this is a big slab of stone. We laid it here to make it look natural, but it's not. We brought a stone in and we laid it across using it at the step. And then we continue with the cobblestone to come to this place. I didn't finish it for a while, and then I finished this portion. That was end right there. Then I finished this portion about 3 years ago. Then that is another part, so I'm not talking about that. we connect that later too. So now this portion came in, and I'm talking about building the walkway. I'm going to point out something again very important. You see the lamp here? So when I build that, because it's going to go that way, this garden, because it's a big garden, it's a lot of maintenance. So I build this part to connect to that, because it's going to be maintenance, continue that way. Step is good, but I was thinking about what happened one day I'm in a wheelchair. I am not going to roll the wheelchair down with that stair. It's not going to happen, because we plan to be in this home for a long time. It had been a long time. Going to be a long time more to come. Long more time or something like that. So we built this lamp based on if we in the wheelchair or we can stop, something like that, make it easy for us, thinking ahead a long way. And also the maintenance part, because we mow it every year, and we use the wheelbarrow, and because of that, the garden can maintain it healthily. And it is because I make it easy for the maintenance. And then just to point out this part, I did the program on put veggie in the pot. You see, it's beautiful. That only is about how long ago, Cody?
Maybe 3 weeks. Yeah, 2-3 weeks maybe.
It's about that. Look at that. It's about that. I'm not going to point out the plan, but Cody can show you how things come out, the thing that we planted then. The grass is a lot beautiful. If the people watched it in the first time, please go back and watch that section. The one I have the pink blouse on, I don't remember what the name of that. So we were doing it. It was nothing then, but look at that. Got parsley, got sweet William. I collect broken pots too. I use them in the garden. Anything that broken for me, it's not the end of the pot. It's another texture for the garden. Thank you. So this whole circle right there. While we were doing that vegetable thing, this whole circle, it was not that beautiful flower as you think. It's not flower. We had add on more pots. Some of the pot, it's the black plastic pot. I don't care. I don't have a lot of beautiful pot, but I just blend them and mix them. And this is the volunteer columbine. Oh, I was not going to talk about plant. I'm sorry. It's running out of time. So anyway, you can see all of these plants. Not talk about a plant, but I not talk about a plant. This is a pentamum poppy. So see, it doesn't cost a whole lot. I keep saying that it doesn't cost a whole lot. Then I put a seeding bin right here. Come out anytime. Right now, or sometimes I even come out here in the dark, because I have some electrical light in the garden. And I come here sometimes, I just collecting my, look at the camera, cleaning out the camera, with the flashlight, and it's very quiet, it's very peaceful. And sometimes my husband come here and sit, he walk a dog around here too. Okay, now I'm gonna get up and continue. Okay, Cody, we're gonna keep going this way. I'm gonna talk about, again, another flow and a connection. And I came back from the focal point. This is gonna be like a focal point when you come in this sitting area. This is gonna be another focal point. If Cody can show two of these plants like this. This is called the framing. Called the framing of the walkway. Simple. If you don't understand what that means, it's the same thing that you take your picture. If you have your picture just kind of sitting there, it look kind of like not impressive or not as pretty as it should. But when you put in the frame and all, suddenly your picture, family picture, become important pieces, art in your living room or somewhere. Gardening is the same. If I have this arbor right here, it will be good already. But it's hard because you see wood. Some people put climbing in it. You see wood, you see just kind of a stand, you know. Within itself, talking about the senses of sixth sense. Sixth sense cannot grab on anything because it doesn't fit into the sixth sense. The sixth sense is the sense of receiving all the harmony, all the sensation. I gone to that before. I make a video just for that. Go back to that if you want to learn more about that. Today I'm just going to go to real quick. So this just to give the soft and framing. This is just the cypress that I bought from long time ago. Start from right about here, and then when it go up, I just keep limping. It's a very, very cheap plant. Again, I'm not talking about plant today, but I'm just going to talk about what it do for the walkway. So now you can see the walkway. The walkway is filling up. So another thing I wanted to point out. I'm sorry. For people who watched it before, I promise you I'm going to show you the Byzantine. This is the Byzantine. Okay, now go back. If you're interested about that today, go back to watch the old one because they kind of lengthy, connected in a way. Or if you want more detail on Byzantine comments, I would tell you about that. Okay, now back here, and again, this part, when we built an arbor, this part was not exist. It was just kind of like a real low ground, a walkway dropping down, and you see, it dropped down like that. It's just a dirt walkway. So later on, years later, I decided to build it up. So they come in with the dirt. The good thing, we already have lamb and all those kind of thing. They will build the dirt in here, build it up. And then we found the carpstone. This is what we call the carpstone. I didn't find it in a dumpster. I found it at a stone store. It's kind of specially sometimes they have to order that for you. Carpstone, cobblestone. So it look kind of ancient. You see it in French or Thailand, in some place, in English somewhere. I just love the texture, so I order and then build it and then raise it up and build it. How they gonna build it? This is the part, the mechanic thing. It's a lot of details, so I'm not going through that. I'm just connected. So now another texture in the garden. During that time, there like more than 20 years ago, there was the stone store in Atlanta area. Have this a lot. We were finding that by accident. We went and looking for the big stone for the garden, and I saw these. So we purchased 3 pieces. Petrified wood. These, I don't know, could be millions of years. It's just beautiful. I don't know anything about the rule and the law, anything like that. I saw that, we bought it, we purchased 3 pieces. It's very, very heavy. This is one of them, and then one right next to Cody, if you want to show them, Cody. There is another one. It's another one. Another one right here. I had people who built these. Build the stand. I did not build this. Build a stand for this. And also I plant the door handle around it just to secure. And this one, another one right here. This is how the stand look. When they built it, they cut the stone like a pie. Then they kind of make a little circle, like the wheel, to stand and to lift it up. So I had to specially make for this. Okay, now to continue with the Petrified wood. I was so fortunate to acquire this. Later on, I learned that the place that have this stone have to send them back. I never told this story before. To whatever way they found, because during the time that stone store have acquired it, there was no law to protect. But later on, somehow, there's a story about people destroying the wood, something like that. That's a detail that I don't get involved. But I learned later that they put in the law from that point on right after I acquire this. No petrified wood would be taken out from any place. I talk about USA, I don't know, maybe in the world, I don't know. But because of that, I am more thankful and feel that it is so special that I acquired that. Because it's there, I have it. And though whatever remain there, they said have to send back to where it come from. Because there's a law that what happened after that, I don't know. Do those people send them back? I don't know. I just know the stone too, and I'm just so special in my heart. A piece of millions of years old sitting here in my garden because I was just in the right place and the right time. I just diverged up, being protected by the law, and I'm so happy that it is protected. But I'm so happy too, these two pieces in my garden, so I can share with you guys. And thank you. And it's so special. And to the ancient, they talk about because it's the piece have an ancient value and had created with the energy by a miracle way, they say. It had its own magical power, they said. So it may be true because sometimes I do feel some sort of connection based on the feng shui and the sixth sense. That's what I mean. But I don't know, maybe it's just a personal kind of thing, I think. And I'm just so happy to get that, and I love to share with all you. Okay, now I'm gonna come this way. Can you tell me how long now?
We're almost to 19 minutes.
And 19?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go a little bit quicker then. Okay, now, this part, I never take you here because it's filled up with all kind of plants and with all many different color, the fences there. And people have the deer that would jump the fence. I never have the deer jump the fence. This part was built Solomon seal and all kind of plant. This we just 2 years ago, this was azalea was overgrowing, and then Cody and I look at that. We saying we need to do something because it's way tall, and then it block all the light that coming through here. The azalea, Joe table azalea, grows so tall and it gets so woody. It didn't bloom that good anymore. So about, believe or not, this going into what, third year? 2 years ago, going into the third year. The first year, we just cut it down like this, whatever, how many foot. We just cut it all the way down. And then the second year, and then what I do, I just, okay, I'm talking about taking care later. Then we mow a lot and other thing. It just, why? It's so healthy. Look at that. This going into the 2.5 year, right?
Yep.
And then it bloom out. This white. And all of this was not a whole lot of things. Everything was just so covered. I limb up this cherry, limb up the cypress. Oh, we don't talk about the plant today. I'm sorry. So coming up to here, and I got Miss Hop. I got Speechy, and I'm gonna mention them, but I'm not gonna name them. Mojo, Tabor, Celia, and then along the way, whatever stump I cut down the tree, I keep it here and using that at the walkway decoration. I'm telling you, the thing I do look like a lot of money, but it's not. And then I make my own pot here. When I have some time, I'm gonna come back here and tell you how to make that. And then look at the gardenia. Look at that. And then I don't know what kind it is. Like I said, we don't talk about plant today. And along the way here, because it opened, the Celia coming back to light, and the blood good, and then the cast iron, because they do really, really well in environment like this. Deer never jump the fence. And this year we kind of plant some maple, and then this we cut it down lower than that. But look at that. If you hesitate about cutting your woody, overgrown area, give it a try. You know, look at what we did. It's going into the 2.5 year, and look at how beautiful it is. And if you have any question, ask me. I can explain that. And this is another area. And now I'm gonna talk about walkway, the curb. You already know we come to the curb, gentle walkway. The feng shui. Feng shui is the curb walkway. Then I'm gonna point out the focal point. I'm gonna point it out when you build the walkway, have purpose. Purpose. This walkway definitely have purpose. Go that way. And I'm not gonna even talk about this. We'll talk about it later if you wanna know. This walkway and how it built. And doesn't cost a lot. Cheap. So this walkway take you to the amazing focal point I had not mentioned to any video yet. This is the first time. You see the layer. You going toward. Coming toward me, Cody. I'm gonna walk real fast and then have Cody walk real fast, real slow. I'm gonna step aside so you can see where he walking to. He walking to this. He walking to this. Beautiful. He just come from there. And then he go right into another from that direction. Come to this focal point. Then they go on. I'll tell you about that way where they connect to. Oh, so now I'm gonna tell you about this focal point. We connected. We built this section years later. Before we built that pond, by the way. Before we built that pond. Year later, we built this. The big gigantic tree that I planted them when they were about 3 gallon size. And see now, this function with a lot of things I've been talking about. The cypress, it's an architecture feature, what they call gardening architecture. That is the planning architecture because It gives you a symbol of magnificent, but a lot of weight. Like a home architecture, that the architecture for the focal point right here. The tall one, that's the pencil holly. And I just talk about the framing. That, and this, and that. Framing that. See from all the focal point. See from there, and see from here. What we just enter. Now I'm gonna explain about this. This not at all religion or any type of religion, but it's a part of feng shui and the sixth sense of what suit the Khan heart. In our culture, not everybody, I'm pretty sure the Thai people from a lot of different country gonna watch what I'm just about to say. A lot of Thai people, when I grew up, my dad believed in the spirit of the land. He told me, that's what he told me. So he took a broken bucket, cut it in half, and build that like a mailbox like that, and then put it in the property. Then when it's an important day, we will light the incense and candle. We will ask the property, the spirit of the property, to keep us safe. And also provide happiness for us, for the well-being. So when we move, but nowadays in many different countries, I mean, even though in Thailand, from what I know, maybe not believe in that, or some do, anything like that. Just because I do, it doesn't mean everyone would follow into the category. It's not. And I'm not saying that it's good for everyone. No, it's good for me because I remember my childhood and what my dad believed and what I grew up, because it makes us feel good in hearts. That's all I can say. So when we hear years later, after we are going back to that how we get here, years later, we done, but there's nothing here. In our 30th anniversary, wedding anniversary, Tom and I got married according to the Thai culture. One day I'm going to tell you about that. He had found, I'm going to come over here so you can see this. He found this. I don't know how. I don't know anything about that. And have to send all the way from Thailand for the gift for our anniversary, 30th year anniversary. So when it come in, the gigantic box, and I didn't know what it was, and then he finally, well, it's here now, so he finally told me that's what it was. I was shocked. I didn't know that he was understood. Part of my childhood that way. Again, the happiness memory for me as a child then give me another happiness memory when I saw this. And I continually to have a happiness memory every time I see, falling back to the sixth sense and the feng shui, falling back to that. And so we had it in the garage for like a year and a half. Then I hired somebody to come in and build this little small area right here. just specialty for the spirit house. This called spirit house. So it been here for a long time, you know, as you see, had been weather and all that, but in some point that we're gonna see for us, we receive things at they are value at the just like people like antique. You know, when you buy antique, you don't want to have to scrub and clean. You want that piece to look brand new. We accept because it's been here all that time, and it weathered out. It's supposed to be like that. So and that is the spirit house. Correctly, for some people, when I first had that, I would light the incense, light the candle, you know, when the special day and all those, and then I would light the candle and the incense, and I would down and on my knees and prayer, and then saying for the giving us the positive energy so we can feel happy every day, and then just that simple. It is not intrusive anybody think or thought. It just a beautiful piece, make your heart feel happy. And that is spirit house therefore, and that's what I mean. So I never gone on the video and shared it to everyone. So I'm sharing with you right now because I know I'm connected with Thailand, and I also I learned that many Thai people in USA and many Taiwan, many people in USA watching the program too. Oh, it give me goosebumps mentioning about that. So I decided that today that I'm going to go ahead and share. And for the American people, you love to go to Thailand. One of the reasons that you love to go to Thailand because you see beautiful temple. This is the same idea. It can come in any shape or form in any size. Or it come in any color, how big, how small. Or it just maybe come in to just for the people who can afford to have anything like that. With just the cut in half or bucket and put it on the post, and then you light the incense, and then you add for that protection, just like I said from the beginning. And that's all. It's not about how monument or beautiful piece it is. It's about what it does mean, and it's about make your heart happy. Up for me, it's my childhood memory, and I thank you for you listening to all that. I think we all benefit in this happiness. That's what I'm trying to share with all of us. So today, I'm gonna end right here, focus point. I'm gonna use this at the layering. You see the environment, you see the waterfall, you see this point right here, and demo to go toward the woodland area. And for today, I would always thank you for listening to what I bring to the program. May not be common, but I don't know what that means. But I know the thing I do, the thing I say. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm just gonna thank you for you listening and for you support the program. And I got a lot of comment and said you really like the program, so that means I must be doing something right. Maybe I'm kind of off bent, off way of thinking, but people are supporting, and thank you so much. And Cody been with here for going on to 7 or 8 years now. He pretty much grew up here, so he kind of like a part of the family. And I had met his mom and dad. So, you know, today it's about the joy. It's about the memory, it's about connection, and also it's about how we're going to make our life happy moving forward. And building a beautiful garden, and then this is about the focal point and then the connection today. And we are connected with human too, beside the walkway and the focal point. We also have the focus on connect with our family and friends, and then to the people, to all the world, basically. That's why I use this thing for. And then to connect with ourselves, first of all, to understand our sixth sense and then the harmony in us, and then we make those connections. So that's what today is all about. thank you for Thailand thank you สวัสดีค่ะ thank you very much เอาพระภูมิให้เพื่อนๆที่เมืองไทยดูว่าสวนของแรมก็มีพระภูมิเหมือนกันแต่ว่าแรมรู้ว่าในเมืองไทยทุกคนอาจจะไม่ทำอย่างนั้นแต่ก็ไม่เป็นไรเนาะเพราะว่าความสุขในหัวใจก็มีอยู่แล้วเราจะทำหรือไม่ทำถ้าเรารู้ว่ามีความสุขอยู่ตรงไหนมันก็มีนะคะวัดอยู่ในตัวเราพระภูมิก็คือที่แรมมาคิดถึงในตอนเป็นเด็กว่ามันมีความหมายยังไงขอบคุณนะคะสวัสดีค่ะ